Welcome back to Ensenada, Mexico. It is mid-November, and in our last episode, you will have seen Ben and I arrive in Mexico and get checked in and have a couple margaritas. In this episode, we are ready to move down the Baja coast and get exploring.
So it's 3:00 p.m. We've done all of our chores. Ready to go, but we still have to wait for the port captain to come down to the boat for our departure, something or other. So I don't know what they do, if they inspect the boat or whatever, but we're not allowed to leave until we do that. And they're late already by an hour. Because I'm sick of waiting, I'm gonna fill up the tanks with the jerry cans that we've got, and then take an Uber to the gas station close by and fill them back up. It's not because there's not a whole lot of options on the way down, and the options that do exist are expensive and potentially contaminated and all that. So yeah, I'm just gonna throw in a couple jerry cans into the tanks, go fill those up, and hopefully by the time I get back, the port captain is actually here and we can leave. Well guys, I fucked up. I was basically killing time waiting for the port captain to come give us our departure papers, and I decided to throw some of the, well, I showed you, some diesel into the tanks, and I made the mistake that I knew I was going to make someday. Our water tank is on the starboard side, it's pretty close to the diesel tank, and I put in, I think it was maybe a liter or two of diesel, and yeah, if anyone's done that before, you know that that's pretty much the last thing you want to do when you're about to head down the coast of Baja, where it's hard to find water. We started the process of flushing it, and freshwater fill-up station here, because you can't drink the tap water at the docks. Specifically, we were told definitely do not put this water in our tanks. So we started using the pay filtered water, and then that machine stopped working. So we really want to catch up with our friends Kayleen and Ty, and this is like my last 2-week holiday or week and a half holiday of the year. So we've decided just to make this a problem for another day, and we're gonna take an Uber to Walmart and grab as much bottled water as we can purchase, basically, and throw it on the boat and carry on. So what do we have, like a couple hundred liters of water?
180 something liters.
As many of the big bottles as we could get, and a couple small ones too. And Eggo waffles, so that's a win.
Wah, wah. It's always something with us, I find. But here's the thing. Ben only has 2 weeks vacation starting now. So I don't want to let it ruin our trip. You know, shit happens. And we can't let this ruin everything. We'll just figure it out and keep moving. And we'll get off the dock today nonetheless. So whatever. Spirits, gotta keep them real high. Makes for good YouTube, right?
I'm sick of making good YouTube.
I want to make garbage, boring YouTube. I want people to be like, we don't watch Breaking Waves anymore because it's just too easy for them.
You should find a smarter captain that doesn't do stupid shit like
Stop
this.
beating yourself up. Shit happens. Let's not dwell on what happened and just start focusing on fixing it.
I will dwell.
We have this WhatsApp group chat with our patrons, who are a wealth of knowledge. And when we messaged them, we were super appreciative to hear them say, essentially, chin up, we've done this before too, and it's not that big of a deal. They recommended that bleach doesn't really work that well, but what does is Dawn dish soap. And if you just fill up your tanks with a bunch of Dawn dish soap and then head off on your way into the waves, that should help. So that's what we did.
Hasta luego, beach.
Hasta luego. Shout out to Jeremy. Thanks for all the tips and tricks. So after a productive night shift, we were well on our way to San Quintin, what we were hoping to be a comfortable anchorage with our friends nearby and a point break nearby to surf.
Morning, everybody. Another fairly sleepless night for Allie and I, but we made some progress. We had some squids land on the boat, so we'll do some fishing with that in a bit. Pretty rolly sail at the moment, dead downwind, wing on wing. We're gonna do about 90 miles in total. Yeah, I didn't sleep more than an hour, I'd say. But it's gonna be worth it. We're gonna catch up with our friends and we're gonna slow down and, well, hopefully, if the anchorage isn't too rolly where we're going. But another beautiful sunrise, and I am tired. Find that just one night is like really hard. You don't get into the groove at all. And then if you're not continuing to sail through the next day and the next night, you're probably not like napping through the day in the same shift pattern. So then you're just kind of wrecked all day, and then you need to catch up on sleep. But if you go like 2 or 3 nights, you kind of get into more of a groove, and you get used to like 4-hour sleeps, and you get tired enough that it's easier to sleep through some of the swell and the noise and all that, the rolling. Yeah, the one night, the overnighters, just one night are kind of rough. It's also exciting that we're going to meet up with Kayleen and Ty because Allie likes to surf, but she admittedly like doesn't love it, and sometimes I want to go like way more than she does, and sometimes the spots will be a little bit more hectic than she wants to surf, and she just like doesn't care nearly as much as I do about surfing. And that's sort of the same as Kayleen and Ty, who we're going to meet up with. And you know, Kayleen likes to surf, but she's not as like sort of like crazy about it as Ty is. So it'd be nice to have a surf buddy for a little while, somebody to go check out some spots and not feel like you're sort of dragging somebody along to, you know, go around another point and see if there's a wave there or not, or spend 4 hours at a wave that's kind of gnarly and hectic, and then Allie probably won't even paddle for one anyway. So yeah, it'd be nice to have a surf bro for a little while here.
I just need a minute from these night shifts. So happy we have autopilot though. It's been killing it. The waves are like decently big just because I think it's been blowing for so long, hitting our beam. But the good thing is that our detergent is in the tank, so it's tossing them around, getting them nice and frothy and clean. It's been blowing consistently like 11 to 14 knots on our back quarter since we left. It's been great. Kiana's just chugging along kind of around 5 knots. So it's not a bad, it's a really great sail actually, if we could just stay on one tack. These cruise ships. And I figured one of the best ways to keep me awake is to throw out some fishing line. So I'm gonna give her a go, see if we can catch some dinner.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it is.
I think that's Bonita.
Is it? I'm trying by myself. Yeah! I need to... Can you kill it?
Now you gotta kill it. You did it
I need the
yourself.
bonker. I did it by myself. First fish by myself.
It was a massacre again.
Yeah, I don't know. Guys, if you know how to deal with a fish on a sailboat that's like quite rolly, let us know because we need a better system. But I got this fish by myself, and I got it in the boat by myself. Ben was sleeping. There's a lot of meat on this fish. It's from MJ Sailing.
From where?
MJ Sailing. Jess is nice.
Oh, yeah.
Joyce is nice.
Is that what she was selling?
Yeah.
So with our freezer full, it was time to trim the sails and get moving to our final destination.
Ah, yes. We be sailing. We be sailing. Just touched base with Kayleen and Ty. They're in San Quintin, and they've decided because there's no surf there right now and the wind is still up for the next afternoon, they're going to carry on to Punta Baja, which is just a little bit further down the coast, another 20 miles. So we were 20 miles out and now we're 40 miles out. So yeah, early afternoon, we're going to get in after dark, but that's okay. That means there's a chance for a surf in the morning, and we're making use of the wind while we got it. So, sounds like a good plan to me.
What are you making?
My specialty?
Ooh, craft dinner.
Cheese.
Well, the sun is setting, and you may notice we're still in the water. We're still trying to catch a footloose, and we moved the goalpost a bit back. There's no surf at the first place at Santa Quinta.
San Quintin.
So we are heading now to Punta Baja. There could very well be surf there. We're not sure. We're just going to check. But it is supposed to be a fairly protected anchorage. So we'll sleep there tonight. I think it's about 10 miles. No. How many? It's an alley fact.
Yeah, a couple alley facts there. It's about 28 miles to go, and it's known to be the least protected, most rolly anchorage on Baja.
Great. What? Okay.
And a summer spot for waves, so I'm not really optimistic either. But we're going to catch up with our friends.
But we're trying to catch up with our friends. So, a little bit more to go. We got food in our bellies, and we're going to push through. And then we're going to sleep tonight.
And we're not going to drink the water.
We still can't drink the water.
Can anybody tell us what kind of fish Allie caught earlier today? Comment below.
That night, as Ben and I were setting up the whisker pole for our downwind sail, we accidentally jibed, and the ring that attaches our vang to our boom snapped. The boat heeled over, and a can of bottom paint that was taken out of its storage exploded and sprayed all over the inside of our bilge. Now, there may have been some overtired and irrational tears, but I'm not telling you from who.
It is amazing what a little bit of sunshine and a good breeze will do to the spirits aboard the crew of Kiana. I'm feeling much better. I got some sleep. I managed to get things moving pretty good, and it was like 3 in the morning or something, and I was so tired. that I just straight up went to bed for like an hour, which we don't normally do. We normally always have a watch going. But then when Allie got up to take her shift, I got to sleep a little more, and I feel much, much better today. Feeling excited to get to the Seven Sisters area and chill out for a while. Drop the hook, and we haven't been on the hook in forever. And just do boat things, boat, like boaty face.
I want them to swoop and grab it out of the air,
Allie's trying to feed some seagulls.
like the eagles do.
What are you up to?
I'm just preparing the fish that I caught. We're gonna make some like tacos or something. Just fry it, taste it how it is with a delicious fresh fish to taste.
We still don't know what exactly it was. We need to bust out a fish ID card, but we're just gonna say it was a bonita. And
It looks tuna-y.
so we're approaching Punta Blanco right now. And probably not gonna stay here tonight. We're just gonna scope it out and then raise the sails and sail on a beam reach down to Punta Noria. But we'll see. It looks be nice to anchor in the daylight and get Bruce ashore with the daylight. So if it looks reasonably not too rolly here, and if there's maybe a surf wave around the point, then good as place as any, I figure. We'll see. We're about a half mile off.
Now, if you're in any way starting to feel like, geez, guys, stop moving the goalposts, just get somewhere. Don't worry, because we're feeling that too. A lot of people have told us that surfing and sailing don't go together, but we were really set on finding the trifecta of a friend nearby, surf nearby, but an anchorage that isn't that rolly. Also complicated by needing a beach that we are able to get Bruce to so that he can go to the bathroom.
So we started out thinking we were doing a 15-hour sail if the wind wasn't good. We're just about to clock past 48 hours.
Later, we're still on the boat.
That's a bit of a change in agenda, huh?
It's been great sailing. I wish I had mentally prepared for it a little better.
It's been mostly great. Last night was kind of rough.
Okay.
And we've motored a little bit, but it's been good and it's been bad, but it's overall we're happy we've made some progress.
We also, I think you guys, I don't know if you didn't see, but just other things went wrong last night. The ring that attaches our bag to our boom snapped last night. And then also our total boat box of supplies of jobs that we haven't yet got to tipped over and spilled toxic bottom paint everywhere. So there were tears.
Not ever. We mostly caught it. But
Irrational tears of exhaustion from Ben. So, but it was a rough night, but the sailing was fine, and here we are, and I'm glad we did it overall. It's cool. It's really cool looking here. It reminds me of a video game named Dune that I used to play when I was a kid.
yeah, the total boat thing, the paint, that was my bad again. I pulled that stuff out of their storage area to try to deal with the diesel in the water tank situation, and then forgot that I pulled it out. So my bad again. Strike two for Mr. White.
As mentioned, a lot of people say that sailing and surfing don't go together. To which Ben and I usually respond, you just have to be committed. You have to be willing to push through nights like this and checking each anchorage to see if the wave was working or to see if the anchorage was too rolly to sleep in. But the reward for pushing through is that you get to wake up in an anchorage with a boat nearby full of your friends and surf with them at remote, beautiful, stunning point breaks with nobody else on them. And that's what we achieved in Bahia Maria, waking up next to Footloose, who had arrived sometime during the night. It was incredible. It was everything that our dream was made of. Shout out to Wit, an OG patron who is back with us. Welcome back, Wit. And also to Karen Lacey Dusum, another new patron. And thank you for joining the team, guys. And for anybody who's interested, www.breakingwavesailing.com has just launched, and that is where you can buy your merchandise of your favorite YouTube channel just in time for Christmas. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you at the next episode.